I'm Steve Carter. In this video, I'm going to show you how my wife and I organized the marketing plan for our no-fret cooking cookbook and music. I hope you will find some ideas that will help you with your own marketing plan. My wife wrote no-fret cooking, and I composed music to go along with it. This is our website. We published the book through Infinity Publishing, and as you can see from the cover, the cookbook includes 2 CDs of original music. We have all the usual marketing. We have a web page on which we have recipes. We have links to the music that come with the CD. We have reviews. We have a list of events. We have a blog, and so forth. We have our book on Amazon, and we have it on Google Books so that people can look inside the book. What I'm going to talk about in this video is in addition to all of that. This is the mind map for our marketing plan. This program is called FreePlane, and it's a free open source program. Runs on both the Windows and the Mac. Now this looks a little overwhelming, so what I'm going to do is collapse many of these nodes and get down to where I actually started the marketing plan. I started the plan knowing that I needed venues, media, and who knows what else. So I started adding a list of venues. I was just brainstorming, and I knew that I needed to list bookstores, libraries, restaurants, and pubs. It is a cookbook, so in addition to the normal book marketing, we can do restaurants, food stores, wineries, breweries, and so forth. Then I started adding bookstores. As you're probably aware of the Independent Bookstores organization, and this program allows me to put a link in there that takes me right to that web page. And from that, I was able to gather lists of bookstores. Here's a few that I entered, Toad Books and so forth. Now, the check mark indicates that we've already contacted this venue, and in this case, the star is a flag to tell me that we actually had an event there at the Country Bookseller in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. So some of these are places we've already done events. The Portsmouth Book and Bar is an unusual venue in that it's both a bookstore and a bar, and that allows me to link this to both, to list it under both the restaurants and pubs and under bookstores. When I came to listing libraries, I just put a few in to get started. Now let's look at media. For media, I knew that I wanted to list food magazines, health magazines, potential radio interviews and TV interviews, and to get radio play for my CDs, and also to look into blogs on the web that might cover our cookbook. So, for example, for radio interviews, I listed a few radio stations. Once again, I can link to their web pages, and this one graphic here allows me to flag venues that media that I may want to follow up on, and the program allows me to filter and focus on just the ones that are priority number 1. Radio play for CDs, the flag is a reminder to myself that I want to explore this more. WICN-FM, I've already contacted them, and they've already played cut from my CDs. So that's the basic marketing plan, and as you can see, it expanded quite a bit over time. This is a way to organize a very complex project in a way that's manageable. This is just a way to collect the information and begin to get a handle on it. When I want to get a more detailed level of information, I go to a database. This is a database program that I wrote myself. years ago to manage my poetry submissions and my fiction submissions and my nonfiction article submissions and so forth. And in here, I've added a way of organizing organizations. For example, the Portsmouth Book and Bar that we saw over on the mind map. And in the database, I can collect all the usual information, the address, the website, and a phone number, and so forth. And I flagged this in the comments field and put in a tag, no fret cooking, which is obviously means that this is related to the cookbook, and the fact that it's a bookstore and that it's a bar. And if I need to record more information, I have a notes field, and I also have linked it to another program. There's a free version of this out there also. This is called TreePad, and that allows me to save graphics and things like this. This is a photograph that turned up on the web of the owners of the Book and Bar. So when I go in there next week to talk to them, I already know who I'm going to be talking to. This TreePad I also use for collecting text, for example, blurbs that we need for promotion purposes. The organization, of course, is linked to people, so I link the people to the organization. For example, I know that I have to talk to John next week when I go into Book and Bar. And this allows me to store the same kind of information for a person and to see which people are related to the organization. Once I have all that, I'm going to be sending out queries. So I have a way of organizing my queries. Here's a query to the Portsmouth Book and Bar. And this was a Facebook message that I sent. I copy the text of the Facebook message into a text file and then save that and create a record here to link to that. This is the message that I sent. When I submit the query, I put a record in here. This is the query submissions, and I can sort them by organization name, go down to the Portsmouth Book and Bar, and here's the Facebook message that I sent, and here's the response that John sent back to me. So if I want to see what my correspondence has been with them, I can open this up, and once again I can view the text file. This marketing plan has been pretty successful so far, as you can see from our blog. Managed to get one of the tunes from one of the CDs played on WICN FM radio. We managed to link up with Salmon Falls Stoneware and partner with them so we can feature their stoneware at our events. We've been doing events at food stores, bookstores, and so forth. We got a mention in the Boston Globe Books page. They talked about no fret cooking and mentioned our publisher. We've done events at libraries and cafes and so on and so forth.